Hello students, I welcome you all to my channel, and here I am going to talk about heating effect of electric current, also known as Joule's law of heating. So today we will complete this part of Joule's law of heating, and we will also see the applications of this law. In order to understand the Joule's law of heating, you can see a simple circuit I have drawn here, which is consisting of a battery, key, there is an ammeter here, voltmeter and resistor. As I turn on the switch, what happened? Current start flowing through the resistor, right? So you all must be doing the function of resistor. Okay, it's always opposes the flow of charges through it. So when the current is flowing through the resistor, the motion of the electron is obstructed by this resistor, and in order to overcome the resistance, the work has to be done on the charges, on the electrons. So that work done on the electrons, okay, to overcome the resistance gets converted into the heat energy. Okay, as a result of which what happened, this material of resistance, okay, resistor, get heated up. So this is how we can say the electrical energies get converted into the heat energy. So now mathematically we are going to arrive to the Joule's law of heating here. See, what did I say? The work done on the charges, okay, to tackle or to overcome the resistance gets converted to energy. So for that work done, I have got a formula here, that is V is equals to W by Q. Okay, so now I will rearrange it. I will solve it for the work done, that is W is equals to V into Q. So now I am going to substitute the value of V and Q as, like, see here, W as it is. According to according to Ohm's law, what I can say, Ohm's law, what it says, V is equals to IR. Okay, so V value I am going to put here, that is IR, and also I is equals to Q by T. This is also we have learned. Yes, I will solve it for Q, that is Q is equals to IT. So these two values I am going to put into this equation 1. Okay, so that is W is equals to V is nothing but IR into Q value I can put IT. Yes, so V is equals to I into I square RT. So what I said in the beginning, that's work done gets converted to heat energy. So that is H is equals to I square RT. So this is the mathematical form of the Joule's law of heating. That is, heat produced in the resistor, okay, it is directly proportional to the square of the current and directly proportional to the resistance of this resistor and directly proportional to the time for which the current flows through the resistor. So this is the Joule's law of heating, children. Try to understand here. Means as you increase the current, okay, for the given resistance, the heat develop also increases, and when you increase the resistance for the given current, the heat generated also increases, and the heat generated by this resistor also increases when it is operated for a longer time. Okay, so this is all about the Joule's law of heating. Mathematically we remember H is equals to I square RT. And now we'll see one or two applications of Joule's law of heating in our day-to-day life. The first one is, first let me tell you where all it has been used, Joule's law of heating. It is used in the electric bulbs. Okay, it is also a principle of electric iron, water heater, room heaters, all works, even the electric fuse, all these works on the Joule's law of heating. So one or two examples we will get into the brief. First we'll talk about the functioning of the electric bulb. See here, electric bulb, okay, an electric bulb has a filament, okay, made out of which material? That is a tungsten. So there is a reason that the filament of an electric bulb, why it should be made of tungsten. See here, we have selected tungsten because it has got the high melting point and high resistance. Okay, because of this reason tungsten metal has been selected or it has been chosen for making the filament of the electric bulb. So let's see how does it work. So this coil, that's a filament, okay, which is made out of tungsten. What happened when the current start flowing through this, okay, tungsten, which has got the high resistance, so this electrical energy what we are supplying gets converted to heat energy. Means this tungsten coil, the filament, get heated up, and due to the more heat generated here, it start glowing out, it start giving out light. That is how it glows. And again you can see it is thermally isolated, okay, in the sense what happened at high temperature it should not react with the oxidation, okay. If it when it get heated up and it reacts with the oxygen, due to this oxidation the life of the filament decreases, okay. In order to extend the life of the filament, okay, here this bulb is filled with the nitrogen or any other inert gas, okay, in order to extend the life of the filament. So this is what the working of the electric bulb, which is based on the Joule's law of heating, okay. More current you pass, more heat will be developed and more brighter it will glow. Yes. One more thing, that is we'll see how does a fuse work, which is also works on the Joule's law of heating. See here, let's say we have a fuse here of 5 ampere which is connected to a bulb, okay. Let's see, it is connected here to AC source, and there is a switch here. So what happened? First let me tell you what is fuse, okay. What is a fuse? Fuse is a safety device, okay, which has been installed in our houses in the electric circuits to protect the whole circuit as well as the electrical appliances from any possible damage due to the heavy flow of electric current, okay. This is fuse, and it has got some properties like, you know, appropriate or low melting point and high resistance, okay. That is the property of it. See how does it work. The fuse is always placed in a series with the appliance which is to be operated. Now let's see, I have connected a 5 reading of ampere for one device here, let's say it's bulb. When we turn on the switch, current start flowing through it, yes, and the bulb glows. At some time what happened, the more amount of current start flowing here, yes. When more amount of current flows, see here, when more current flows, then heat generated will also be more, yes. Due to more heat generated, like let us say 5 ampere is allowable current through the fuse, but due to some accidental reasons what happened, the current has through the circuit has been increased. Due to the increase in the current, the heat generated also increases, and due to the high generation of heat, the fuse will blow off, it will melt off, and it will protect the appliance as well as the whole of circuit from burning itself. Understand? If there was no fuse here, then the heavy flow of current would burn the whole circuit as well as the appliance. So this is how the installation of fuse, you know, it is a safety measure.